Hey guys, it's me, and I am finally back. Yes, I've been working myself up to it. I said I was going to be back, and I meant it, and I don't really want to take another break again. Um, it's just been kind of crazy. I lost a lot of the wind in my sales back in December. I was looking forward to having a little bit of that extra ad revenue, and I got hit with a gnarly shadow ban from YouTube. It was confirmed by some of you guys and a couple other ways, and it lasted for a good 2 or so months. And by way of interacting with other channels and videos that talk about diet and weight and stuff like that, I'm on another shadow ban. I don't think it's as bad because some of my comments are showing up in videos, but I'm not showing up in live streams or anything like that. I don't even know if you guys will get these notifications that these videos are going out. That might take a couple weeks, a month, I don't know, but I will post on the community tab every time I upload a video to let you guys know. So I am going to be back working on this channel, and I am going to be starting the second channel, which, because it's reacts to anything and everything else, mainly a lot of television shows and stuff like that, it is going to have an attached Patreon because there's just going to be major copyright issues, and I'm not going to be able to monetize it. But I'll keep you all updated on that too. Definitely join me over there. I'm going to be joined by possibly my sister and some other family members, possibly another YouTuber, a friend of mine that I met named G Fitness. So that's in the works. That'll be fun. I'm also going to do like storytelling and reading and stuff over there. It's just going to be my relaxation and my escape from Girl World. Because honestly, I don't know how this channel is going to be able to go, guys. YouTube's really cracking down. They don't even let some contributors say the word diet anymore. So, I anticipate a lot of these videos will be getting age restricted and limited monetization. So if you do see them and you want to watch them through, let them play in the background while you're doing something else, let the ads play. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all those things to just help any way you can. That would be great. I have a great audience. You guys rock. It's just really hard right now on YouTube when you talk about health, diet, wellness, fitness, because they don't like it. If I was like Amber or Foodie, just stuffing my face with mukbangs and wasn't trying to lose weight, it would be fine. And that's really not fair, but that's how it is. But anyways, I'm going on, and I don't want to do that. I also, for those of you who haven't seen my shorts, I did, for medical reasons to help with some hormones, like I'm having major hormone issues, I did start semaglutide. And I am going to be doing a 1 month update. I've been on it for 1 month today, and it's been going well. So my doctor thinks it was a good move, and I don't plan on being on it forever, but I am using it to help get the weight loss started because it was just to the point where it would not budge, and I could not maintain the super strict calorie deficit needed to get the weight off to heal the hormones. It's just, it's a vicious cycle. I started menopause a little young, and it's just been a nightmare. But look for those of you who are interested in that. I will be posting vlogs on my semaglutide, weight loss, health, walking, jogging, all that stuff, and just summer vlogs coming up. So hopefully I'll see you guys over there, but you're not required to watch them, you know that. And it just feels good and odd getting back into this. Anyways, today we're looking at Amber. I've been following her for the past few months while I've been gone, all the girls. And for a while there was nothing to talk about because she was dating the feeder. She wasn't dieting or doing anything like that. I have kept up on the drama. It is spicy, but I try to focus most on the health. So we are going to talk about this video she uploaded yesterday saying what she ate. And we're just going to get into it. Like I said, guys, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the things. Anything to help this little channel start growing again in the algorithm. What I talk about, YouTube doesn't like, so it is going to be an uphill battle. And when I start getting some things uploaded on the other channel, I will let you guys know about that. It is called Gracie's Revenge. If you know the joke, you get the joke. If you're in girl world, you probably do. I just like the name. It sounds like a really cool garage band. But anyways, let's get into this. Amber is sped up for time. I will link her video down below. Let's see what she has to say today.
Hello, hello. Welcome to another What I Ate Today video. This is episode 2. So if you
How long do you think this is going to last? And yes, if you get mad at me stopping all the time and talking too much, well, you're just going to have to get over it because that's how it is. That's what you have to do as a reactor. You have to stop, and talk. So I do apologize.
you guys don't know, based on my new weigh-in, I was doing the no diet. It didn't work for me, okay?
What a shock. What does work for you, Amber? This was like a horrible idea when she went about it because, guys, intuitive eating does not work for many people. It would not work for me, somebody who is at least 40 to 70 pounds overweight, who has major problems with food that, I can't really say on YouTube, but I like to go through episodes where I eat way too much. And someone like Amber, who's eaten herself to 600 pounds, which I do believe she was a little over 600 pounds at some point. Intuitive eating does not work because your brain is not wired normally around food. You cannot just intuitively eat. Now, if you eat real healthy and clean and you don't have portion distortion, or you have a very restrictive way of eating, yeah, intuitive eating can help you. But for somebody like Amber, it's just stupid. I hate that Hayes pushes it. It's just an absolute, it's dumbassery, basically. So the fact that she even thought she could try it again was a joke.
That's an obvious. I feel like there is a version of Amberlynn where it could work.
In a parallel universe, Amber, not in this world.
But it's not her right now. Like, no. If you hear my dog eating in the back, sorry about that. But
yeah, and I saw pictures of Twinkie, and Twinkie's getting too big.
So instead of doing the no diet, I am counting calories.
Amber, you're so stupid. The no diet. Yeah, I think she's lying about her weight. I don't think she's 523, but I think she's closer to 550, 560 at least. But you can't tell me you thought it was okay for your 550-pound ass to do a no diet. I can't even do a no diet.
On Noom. I really like Noom because I'm learning
and my starting weight, guys, was 192 is the highest I got up to.
Like about the psychology of losing weight and foods and this and that and like nutrition, because they have so many mini lessons. I mean, it's stuff that I already know for the most part. But
Amber, you don't do it, and you don't know as much as you think you do, and you've done Noom before and Weight Watchers and all this shit. It's like you need professional help. You need somebody, if you can't go to inpatient, you need someone to be with you at your house 24 hours a day, or to where they can control the food coming in and your ability to order and your access to the kitchen, because you're not going to do it on your own. You're just freaking not.
But there are things that I am learning, and I like having that support. So in this What I Ate Today video, I will be showing you guys.
You had support. You had chemical support with semaglutide, Amber. You can't get better than that unless, like I said, you have a 24-hour caregiver and a gastric bypass. I mean, what more does she want? She's not going to be able to do this on her own. You guys can see I haven't calmed down at all. I'm as hyper as ever, and I will get into a groove and a flow of things. I'm going to be covering, I saw that Alexandra's back talking about weight, so I'm going to cover that. That should be fun. And there's Anna and Foodie Duty and all, just so much stuff to talk about.
Every single calorie that goes into my mouth. So if I have a meal
No, you're not. You don't count. She doesn't count them.
It means that I have already logged it into Noom. I log my calories into Noom.
Okay, because you wrote it down in an app that's going to hold you accountable. Jesus. Oh, and guys, let me know how this sounds. This is a new microphone I bought many months ago and haven't used it yet. My son actually took it and he's been using it to game. Let me know how it sounds.
So I have not done it yet. My reset starts every Tuesday because those are my weigh-in days. And today is Thursday. Didn't order takeout Tuesday, didn't order takeout Wednesday. Am I gonna order it today? I already know the answer to that because I planned my meals last night, but you guys will see it in a little bit. So I like to edit as I go. And
I hate to be mean, but she is like, I was in Jordy's stream listening to her, and she does look poorly. She doesn't look well. She's always had these circles under her eyes, but if you look like, right, she looks really, really bad. The circles are really bad under her eyes. You can see the ring around her neck. She's looking bigger than ever. I don't think we're going to ever get the fully round moon face again because with age, I think her skin is just losing its integrity and it's starting to sag. But she's just looking bad. Very, very unhealthy.
I realize as I'm editing this clip, I forgot to say how many calories that I am allotted for the day. Noom wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to 3,400, which is...
And she can lose weight on that. I know she tries to say she can't lose weight unless she eats like 1,600 calories a day. Not true. She blames a lot of shit on her lymphodemas, but it doesn't totally work that way. And I have a lot to say about what's going on with Anna frickin' O'Brien and that BS too. So I think I am going to cover her podcast and some stuff she's been doing. So sit tight for that. But the fact is even though Amber has lymphedema and lipedema, and she has lipedema tissue and stuff like that, she still has so much excess body weight that's normal fat on her body. She can still lose a lot of weight.
It's kind of hectic.
And I still have all that information for that little video I want to make on lipedema. I just have to write my script and do it. I will get around to that when I didn't do that before I took my break, but I will get around to that. I promise. I have all this stuff in my computer. I just got to get to it.
Anna, to be honest, because my body is different. Like,
no, it's not, Amber. Oh my God. Okay. Look, my body is different too, Amber, because I'm in my mid-40s. I have really bad PCOS. I hit perimenopause, so I'm just majorly hormonally effed. But I'm still the same. You know what I mean? It's like I have a low metabolism and trouble moving weight right now because I have hormone problems. And I also have hormone problems because I have excess weight. So it's like the hormones and the fat both affect each other. I need to lose weight to help fix the hormones, but I need the hormones fixed to be able to move the weight. So it's like a vicious cycle, which is why we finally decided to get some help from the semaglutide. But at the end of the day, it is a basic thing. Like my hormones just made it so that my metabolism is low, and I just needed to maintain a very, very, very strict, steep caloric deficit to get any weight moving off my body. It's still how much you eat, what you eat, and how much of the energy is burnt at the end of the day. And Amber, you're the same way. But Amber has so much excess weight that she probably actually has a semi-high metabolism. It's often a misconception that fat people have a slower metabolism than their thinner friends. Your body requires more work to keep you alive. So she probably actually has a fairly decent metabolism. And just with how much she eats to maintain her size and gain, she could still eat a lot of food and lose weight. Like she can easily start out at 3,200 calories to 3,300. I'd put her on a range between 3,000 and 3,300. And of Whole Foods, that's a lot. But realistically, she should try to get down to like 2,500. She could still eat a hell of a lot of foods, what I'm saying, and losing weight.
There's multiple reasons for this. I have talked about it ad nauseum. Long story short, your girl went through menopause. Menopause changes your metabolism so much.
But Amber, you probably still have a fairly high metabolism.
Insane. I also have lymphedema.
And she's not doing any hormone therapy, what she should be doing.
Whatever. We don't have to
and lymphedema. Okay, the growth, especially on her right leg, that's like a fluid-filled type mass. That doesn't affect your metabolism too much. The lipedema does a little bit, and that tissue, the lipedema tissue, is very resistant to traditional weight loss, but she's got all the other weight on her body. And the fact is even the lymphedema and lipedema tissue still is part of her body, so her body still has to pump blood and oxygen and circulate to those parts of her body. So it still allows her to have a higher caloric limit to be able to eat, if you get what I'm saying. Amber could still totally lose so much weight with the lipedema. It's anything is an excuse for her. Like I know, like what I say, like about my health problems, my metabolic problems, they're situations, okay? They're things I'm dealing with. It's not an excuse. It's an excuse in the sense that, yeah, it makes it trickier to lose weight, but it's not an excuse that I can't lose weight. It just makes it really hard, and it's been difficult. And I'm doing what I need to do to be able to mitigate that so I can get to a healthy weight. Amber just won't do what she needs to do.
I'm allotted, so we know at the end of the day if I've reached that goal, if I've gone over, etc., etc. All right, let's get into my first meal. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal.
Her head is looking so small because her body is so big and wide. Amber, get your shit together.
Whole day around this. So it was last week sometime.
And I'm not going to knock her for that. If you are planning on having a cheat or a takeout meal or going to a party or going out to eat, then yeah, you can plan the rest of your day around that meal and eat a little less or eat a little cleaner or something like that so that you can still go and enjoy yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. She's just not going to do it right.
Sushi.
Amber never gets healthy sushi though, and you still have to watch your portion. But yeah, that sushi was good. Let's see what Amber gets. Amber always gets stuff that's like got tons of like creamy dressing and fried tempura and stuff like that. Foodie does the same thing. They take something that could be really healthy and they just get the most effed up, unhealthy version of it possible.
So I'm picky when it comes to my sushi. So
that's because Amber doesn't eat like actual sushi. She doesn't eat raw sushi. She always gets the cooked stuff. And when her version of cooked, it's all the deep fried stuff.
I was really nervous. And you guys, it is the best sushi I've ever had. So this is a crunchy cali roll. This is 922 calories.
I don't believe that. I'm looking at that plate already. I don't believe that.
I planned my whole day around it. So it is very high calorie. I'm able to eat in moderation and still fit everything.
That's not moderation though, Amber. That's 2 full-size rolls. Jesus, I have deep fried sushi. Okay.
Into my goal for the day. I'm so excited.
See, she gets the stuff with the deep fried stuff on top.
How delicious.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Just so you guys can see a little better. Here, I'm going to show you guys the inside. It's a little bit of avocado.
Okay, so this is even worse than I thought it was because it doesn't have just like fried tempura flakes or fried onion pieces on top. If you look at if you're not looking at it at the screen, the whole roll looks like it's quick dipped in a batter and deep fried. So the whole sushi roll is actually deep fucking fried. And it's 2 whole rolls and it's got the sauces. Okay, so it might be 920 calories, but everything's not exact when they make these things. So it could be 920, it could be 1,000. So she doesn't know 100%. If I were her, I would round it up to around 1,000, 1,100 just to be sure. But that wouldn't even be an issue if she would get some of the help. Yeah, have this as a treat every now and then, but she's not ready for a treat. She's just starting her diet. She could get sushi and have it be good and tasty and healthy. Oh my God.
And like this crab salad mixture, it's so good. That is so delicious. Who else loves?
Of course it's good for you, Amber, in your eyes. It's breaded and battered and freaking deep fried. Jesus.
I'm obsessed. So with this, I don't use soy sauce or anything. Like, it's literally that good.
Well, it's got some sort of a thick sauce on top of it too, Amber. Oh my God, look at this.
So as you can see, it is crispy around the edges.
Yeah, because the whole thing is deep fried. Oh my God. Do you see, like, this is where you can like still have things you like in moderation and make better choices. It's like you don't have to have a blowout and something you like just totally ruin all your progress. But Amber and Foodie will not deprive themselves. Amber will not ever deprive herself, not one little bit. And Foodie's even worse.
Fried, like lightly. I've had like
it don't matter if it's deep fried. See, that's her right there. See that little thing justifying why it's okay. It's fried lightly. It's still deep fried, Amber. You could have knocked down the calories in this plate of food by about 250 to 350 calories if you would have just not got it fried.
Actual tempura and like overly fried sushi not really a fan of that, but this is just like perfect. It's just a very light fry. It's so good.
Still fried.
And I forgot to say I'm having a water with my sushi. So a good way for me to get my water in, I tell myself this is the only thing you can drink before you have anything else, because I am a diet soda girly.
I'm a diet soda junkie too. They're going to have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. It's harder for me to give up diet soda than anything else. And I am a proclaimed sugar addict. So that tells you a lot about the grip diet soda can have on you.
So I have to reach my goal before I drink anything else. So
And I admit it.
here's my first water bottle. All right, you guys. So I just took some trash to the dumpster. Now I'm going to be drinking
Don't
my
believe it.
second water. All right, you guys. It is time for my next meal.
Okay, now listen. This is a pretty good looking refrigerator. I know the sausages are processed, but they're not that bad. That Jell-O, if it's sugar free, it's perfectly fine. I mean, eat 5 of those a day if you want, girl. I don't care. The raw vegetables, the eggs, eat a ton of eggs. She could eat so many eggs. This is a good, healthy refrigerator. That's how I know she's not eating this stuff. She's getting more takeout than she's admitting. Her cupboards are probably full of packaged processed crap, and her freezer's probably a disaster, because if she was eating the way she's eating, the stuff that's in this refrigerator, the weight would just be flying off. Like, you could literally see it flying off of her.
And I'm going to be having actually leftovers that I made last night. So last night I made cheesy rice, which I have to actually just make right now, but I don't eat rice.
I am not a cheese and rice kind of girl. Are you guys? I don't think I like cheesy rice.
Rice is leftover. I'm gonna set my phone down so I can actually open this. So I'm gonna make cheesy rice, and then
This would be great. She could eat this bowl of stuff 5 times a day. And lean ground beef, tons of broccoli, put some seasoning in it. You can even put a little butter or a little dressing in it, some type of sauce. If she ate this, add some eggs, add some more vegetables. This is her ideal diet right here. This with some eggs. So like, I would be really happy if she ate this all the time. Or, and mix it up. Do beef, do turkey, do chicken, do fish, add different vegetables. This would be good.
I have leftover broccoli, and then this is just lean ground beef. All right, you guys.
And that would honestly be very filling for her, because the meat is very filling. That's one of the reasons why keto and low carb diets and carnivore diets do so well, is because it's very satiating. So you are technically eating less.
My meal is finished. I had this last night, and it's super...
My God. Okay, I'm going to tell you something here. That bowl she's eating, look at how big she is. And then look at how big the bowl is compared to her. In our family, we would use that bowl. She uses that as like as like an eating bowl. For my family, that would be a serving bowl that, like, at Thanksgiving, we would put the mashed potatoes in and put them on the table for the whole family to eat out of. This is a huge bowl, and that's a huge portion. And holy shit balls, is that a ton of rice. I saw this clip on Jordy's Live. She's counting this as one portion of rice, guys. No, this is an Amber-sized portion of rice. That is realistically probably, I would say, seriously, especially it looks packed in there. That's probably four to 4.5 or 5 servings of rice. And I'm not even exaggerating. On top of about 3 servings of ground beef, which, fine, if you're going to overeat something, eat the vegetables and the ground beef and, the lean protein. And I looked it up. 4 to 5 servings of rice is 670 to 810 calories. And that's not counting the cheese she put in it, because I don't know what kind of cheese she put in it. Just the rice, that much rice, will be 670 to 810 calories and 120 to 160 grams of carbohydrates. She shouldn't be having 160 grams of carbs in an entire day. Really, she shouldn't be having the 120 grams of carbs a day. I would say for her, 60 to 100 grams of carbs max. This is a huge portion of food. This bowl of food is realistically about 1,000 to 1,300 calories, and she counts it as something ridiculous like 700, which I don't even think the rice is that much. So she doesn't measure out. She's clearly not measuring and weighing properly. She's taking liberties and eyeballing things, and she can't do that. That's why she screws up. And she always says, "Oh, when I calorie count, I overestimate." No, she underestimates greatly.
It's a
I
lot
hope Ilona does a react to this.
of food, and I'm obviously someone that eats. I'm literally using my dress because this bowl is hot. But I'm obviously someone who eats a lot of food.
The goal, Amber, is to start eating less. She is going to have to shrink her stomach and learn to eat less. That to lose a significant amount of weight, and I consider like 50 to 70 pounds that I want to lose, semi-significant, not like her, but to lose significant weight, you have to just accept being hungry and deal with being hungry and deal with eating less. Like, it is what it is. You have to accept you can't eat as much of what you want anymore. And Amber's going to have to just deal with being hungry. But it's not just about caloric intake. It is about the fat content. It's about the excess sodium and the preservatives. It's about the carbohydrates. For her, her main concern should be how much she's eating and the carbohydrate content and the sodium. And all she gives a crap about, if it's into my calories, it fits into my calories. And doesn't she see that that's not working out for her? It has not worked out for her at all. So I don't know. These girls, they refuse to accept that they have to give up some of their carbs and sweets and stuff like that because they're addicted to them. They love them, they're addicted to them, and they don't want to give them up. But, you know, at some point with Amber, something's got to give with how she views food and diets and eating and calories and stuff, because if it doesn't give, something on her body's going to give first.
Lean, because not lean, this would be way more calories. But in total, this is 7.
See, she's counting this whole bowl as 770 calories. Still trying to make people believe she showers all the time. I'm telling you, she doesn't. But too, showering, for her, we know. She likes to deny that she's like the people on My 600-Pound Life, but she's just like them. I think it's too much work and it's exhausting and it's a struggle. And she definitely, there's parts of her body, especially her lower legs, she can't clean properly or dry properly. There's no way she can bend down and lift up those ankle overhangs. That's called ankle cuffing. She can't lift up and clean and dry and stuff under that properly. She needs a home health aide or a nurse to come in 2 or 3 days a week and help her properly get a shower. Because the skin breakdown, she gets cellulitis a lot. That's what's going to lead to a really bad infection one of these days.
I just want people to know it is literally the same day.
I mean, look, she's as wide as the shower. Oh my.
All right, so first things first, we're going to have
See, and if you look, let's see what she does the count for this. If you can see, one of those sausages is 230 calories.
chorizo. It's like a chorizo sausage. So I'm just going to be cutting it in slices like this.
She needs to tuck her fingers whenever she's cutting, because I'm so afraid she's going to like hack one of her fingertips off someday.
All right, so we have a pan, obviously. Gonna spray some Pam. I swear, every time I spray...
Okay, here's another fun little trick. First of all, she's cooking freaking sausage. She doesn't need to put oil in it to get it crispy and stuff like that. It'll release its own oil. But fun fact, a little spritz of Pam, they say, oh, it's 0 calories, you know what I mean? But the spritz is literally like, you can't see me, but it's like, psst, like that. Like, did you hear me go? Psst? It's a half a second is a spray. What she just did there is like, what, 4 or 5 seconds? That's probably actually about 50 calories worth of oil, but she thinks, oh, it's Pam, it's 0 calories. No, if you read the thing, the fine print, it's like a half a second spray. And I know it seems nitpicky, but little things like that really add up. Think about it. So little things, little changes do make big difference, guys. Look at how much oil is now in that pan from doing that big ass spray of Pam. But also the sausage is releasing natural oils and fats. So she didn't need to spray that at all.
So with the chorizo,
eggs are good. Whole eggs, yolk and all. I don't care if they're a little higher in calories. They're super nutritious, good fats, one of the most perfect foods you could ever eat. I don't care if she eats eggs all day long. And she could actually make omelets and scrambles and stuff like that and bulk it up with some, do them with a couple eggs and then bulk them up with some liquid egg whites. That's almost no calories. It's like 15 calories a serving. Pure protein, low fat, Really good way to bulk up your food. And then she could put some non-starchy vegetables in there, a little bit of cheese. It could be really good and delicious. She could put some different condiments, a little bit of light sour cream. Most light items, guys, when they take out the fat, they add sugar, so they're higher carb. One of the exceptions is like my Faye Zero yogurt. There's no fat, but there's also like almost no carbs. Another exception is light sour cream. That's a good option. She could put some light sour cream on this, some hummus. Gotta watch the hummus though. Gotta be careful with the hummus because of the calories and the fat. But some salsa, some green salsa, something like that. You could have them so many different ways every day of the week. So different proteins in there. I wish she would play around with stuff like that. I wish she'd play around with trying to cook and bake more and try different recipes. Amber only does this. She makes very simple things. She doesn't actually, she'll reheat and fry things, but she doesn't cook. You know what I mean? So 2 eggs plus the sausage. She said it's 1 sausage, so that's, we're looking at around, about a 400 calorie meal. Not too bad. That's not too bad. That was much better than the other 2.
So here it is.
Yeah, like these vegetables and stuff, this sausage, the eggs. She could have had a big pile of vegetables, even another sausage. I'd rather her stick to that sausage, have some more vegetables, throw another egg in there. This would be a good meal. I mean, this isn't too bad. This is the best we've seen all day.
Fried eggs, my chorizo, we have a radish and some carrots. So this is 393 calories.
Yeah, I would say she's still under lowballing it a little bit. I would say this is closer to about 415, 420. Not bad. The other ones though, she was off on that sushi by at least, I'd say 200 or 300 calories, and that rice bowl by at least like 300 or 400 calories. So she's still effing up. That's crazy though that she ate, oh my God, thumbnail. She ate almost an entire fried egg in 1 bite. That is crazy. Jesus.
All right, you guys, so it is snack time.
How is she eating again? That's what I don't understand. Amber, let me tell you something. And this is a controversial take because I have got some real shit in some comment sections from people for saying what I'm about to say. You ready? You don't need snacks. There, I said it. When you are 350 to 400 pounds overweight, when you're 100 pounds overweight, you don't need snacks. Let the snacks be the fat that you have stored up on your body. Me, I don't need snacks. And even when I'm like going out walking, and there was like one day I did 5 miles, it was like 16 some thousand steps, and guess what? I didn't need a snack, and I wasn't even eating that much because the Ozempic was really Ozempicing. Amber does not need a snack. Just eat a little bit more of your vegetables or something, your lean proteins at your meals. And then if you're hungry, just drink some water, have a sugar-free tea, something like that. And just suck it up and get over it. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. People don't like hearing that, but just suck it up and get over it. Usually it will pass.
Having 2 of these salami.
These, can you imagine how she smells? She probably smells like salami. It's really weird. These little salami things she really likes. Again, it's not the worst. It's salami wrapped around cheese, but they're a little calorically dense. They have a lot of sodium. They are processed. She'd be better having a big tray, if she must snack, of her raw vegetables with a measured out portion or 2 of hummus, something like that. Or use a like a low fat or a fat-free sour cream or yogurt, and add some, like a packet of the ranch dip seasoning to it to make like a mock ranch dip. Lower calorie, lower fat, tasty, and just much better calorie and macro wise.
Mozzarella thingies. 3 is a serving, but I think 2 like is the perfect amount for me. I'm also gonna have some baby carrots, and I just recently discovered these
Mexican boles. I've never seen these, but if I remember, somewhere around here at this point in the video, I'll put the calorie info, like the nutrition info, on the screen via text. The problem is like she probably won't just eat one. She'll say, oh, I did good today, or these are healthy, so I can have the 2 or 3. It won't be that bad. But really it is, because it all adds up.
And like a hint of coconut, like an ice cream type deal. Get this. So it's a frozen cream pop, but it's literally just like ice cream. And this is what it looks like.
Yes, you gotta watch, because it's not just like a fruit bar, like a pureed fruit bar. It's like cream based. And when they're cream based, they can be higher in calorie.
It's heavenly. And that is all I'm eating for the rest.
Think of how much, how many calories she could save if she would skip those little sausage cheese things and just have a big plate of veggies. And maybe some like a good quality like rolled up lunch meat or something, or you know, something like that. Pieces of rotisserie chicken chopped up or something. Just so many ways she could have a little more food for now until she starts cutting down her portions.
The night I'm going to be having one of these glacier.
She doesn't need Gatorade though. She's not an athlete.
Freeze zero Gatorades. Ending the night at 2,300.
See, 2,300. The weight would be flying off of her. But I think this day was closer to 2,800, 2,900, maybe 3,000. And even then, still, she would still lose weight. But I hope I pointed out some ways and some tips and some tricks that you could have a similar day to this day and just have it be a lot better.
If you had to improve one thing about today's food intake, what would it be? Honestly, I feel like I did such a good job today. I am happy with
That's awful. Do you see where the problem is? There's no like self-reflection. Oh, I did such a good job today. Even though my sushi was for 2 people and the whole roll was deep fried, even though my dinner with my rice had enough rice for 3 people, I did so good I wouldn't change a thing.
With every choice I made, but for reflecting purposes, I guess the one thing I would change, I would have gotten just like 1 sushi roll instead of 2.
That would have been a better choice and have a better sushi roll. And also, if you drink more water, it'll fill you up.
Moment today that you were about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself? Honestly, no, because
I know that's not like an eating problem tip. But the fact is a lot of the time, if you drink more water and you stay hydrated, a lot of the times when people feel like they might be peckish or hungry, they're actually thirsty. So staying really hydrated actually does help cut down hunger.
Because I'm eating foods that are genuinely filling me up, leaving me satisfied. So I'm not feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to overeat or...
But the rice, Amber, stuff like the rice and things like that, it actually isn't that filling. Eating the lean proteins and good fats, even a little bit of good fats like with your vegetables, that fills you up. That's satiating. That will stay with you longer.
Oh, I'm going to fall off track, so I didn't feel that way at all today. Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just
Of course she does.
you. Why or why not? Absolutely. I stayed under my allotted calories. I allowed myself to have my little takeout meal while also cooking my other meals. I had freaking leftovers. You guys know I'm very weird about leftovers. I drank my water. I just feel like I did a really good job in my opinion. For what it's worth, I am proud of myself. I do hope that you guys...
Of course she is. She's always proud of herself. These girls are too proud of themselves for every little damn thing, but... I guess you didn't eat the house, Amber, so yeah, be proud of yourself. But anyways, okay, so this is the first react back. It's kind of wild and crazy and all over the place. I'm rambling, you know, I'm just happy to be talking to you guys again and getting back into it. So look for videos. I can't guarantee that you're going to get notifications right now, so stop by the channel, look and see if there's any uploads. Just because you don't know that one's there doesn't mean one isn't there. So anyways, I hope you guys like this one. It's good to be back. I will really appreciate the likes, comments, subs, shares, all those things. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.